5 years we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you.
Whether you're chasing a championship or just trying to make it through a busy week, what you eat matters. At Not Nourish in downtown Hyman, we believe good nutrition should work for everyone. Owned and operated by a lifetime Knott County resident with a bachelor's degree in nutritional sciences, Not Nourish creates meals that fuel without sacrificing flavor. Dine with us on select days or enjoy the convenience of our full-service weekly meal prep. Find us on Facebook or Google at Not Nourish, and let's nourish Appalachia.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Hello everyone, how you doing tonight? Jamie Hughes here on a Saturday night edition of Sports Talk. You know, I thought before I went on the air, guys, I don't think I've ever been on Sports Talk. Now, we probably have done some ball games on a Saturday night. But to just be honest with you, my daughter played tennis Thursday. Shout out to her and the Patriots. Got a big W over Pikeville. First time I think we've beaten Pikeville since Mallory has played tennis, and she's been there 6 years. So it's a fun win for those guys, and been a real fun tennis season. But anyhow, that prevented me from being able to be on the air Thursday night, and had a bunch of things going on last night that just wouldn't let me be here. But why not on a Saturday night? It's not racing season yet, but boy, it's close. How close is it? We'll talk about that. And we're going to talk about, of course, the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star game coming up next week. I want you guys to know more about that, and we'll talk about it. Got a new setup here. With the new setup, knock on wood, even though you can't see me knocking on it, I'll be able to show you a ton of different graphics and some videos and stuff that we might not have necessarily in the past been able to show you. Or if it goes like it's supposed to, this is the first time I've used the new system, we'll say it that way, then we should be able to show you guys a lot of cool stuff. I'm not sure how I'm going to interact with you. So somebody, and this is not just I guess it is a test, leave us a comment in the comment section and let me see how soon that comments would pop up here for us so that we could talk back and forth like we like to do. Not that we would talk, right? But anyhow, got a lot of things. We, of course, were blessed to go down to the state tournament, and shout out to Josh Cook and GRC for winning the state championship. A big congratulations to Coach Casey Huff and the Hazard Bulldogs as they won the boys 14th region. And how about Keith Baker? Guys, I said it at the end of the girls' 14th regional championship game. Anytime people talk about the best ofs and the top coaches, if I don't hear Keith Baker's name in the conversation, I'm going to stop you. Because the guy has won or at least been in the 14th regional tournament, seemed like since we've been covering it. And congratulations to he and his Letcher Central Lady Cougars. But guys, again, we can talk dirt track racing. We'll certainly talk Hometown Sports Corner. And anything else on your all's mind. who out there's watching the NCAA? Let me know. How's your teams? Is your bracket killed like mine? My bracket is done. You can stick a fork in it. It's done. But I already begin to think about how fun next year will be. That's why college basketball is what it is. But again, Saturday night edition. You guys drop us a comment in there. I can tell you again, Dwayne Bradley watching, Mika Newsom tuning in. But we're going to take a commercial break. As soon as we get back, we will then turn our attention to the Hometown Sports Corner All-Stars and talk more about that. So stick around, won't you please?
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families. On streets of glory.
Whether you're chasing a championship or just trying to make it through a busy week, what you eat matters. At Not Nourish in downtown Hyman, we believe good nutrition should work for everyone. Owned and operated by a lifetime Knott County resident with a bachelor's degree in nutritional sciences, Not Nourish creates meals that fuel without sacrificing flavor. Dine with us on select days or enjoy the convenience of our full-service weekly meal prep. Find us on Facebook or Google at Not Nourish, and let's nourish Appalachia.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Hey, race fans and basketball fans and sports fans in general, how are you tonight? As I told you we were going to tonight, going to try out some new stuff, new equipment, and see how it turns out for us tonight. As we do that, we also got some big announcements, a lot of different things we're going to talk about throughout the course of the night. But as I told you we would, let's start off talking about the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star Games. The All-Star Games are coming up this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Now, guys, we started this, I can't believe it, 5 years ago. Looking just as a way to showcase some local players. And then we also thought, wow, what if we could do that and raise a little money and do something with it for the good? And then James Sandlin and I, the first year or two, the proceeds went to non-profitable groups, churches, a youth group where I pastor, a lot of things like that. One year I think we gave money to the flood that happened here. I know we did. Pretty good chunk of change was given to the Knott County flood relief. several people helped us. But for the last 3 years of the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star Games, we have used that money for college scholarships. The first year, which would have been 3 years ago, we gave away 6 scholarships. Last year, 18, 22, somewhere in that neighborhood. And this year, we hope to do 25, 30. And 100% of the profit. Now, what I mean by that is after we pay the insurance, the referees, and buy a few plaques, trophies, so forth, and the T-shirts, 100% of the profits will go into that college scholarship fund. As James and I have said many times, stick around at the end of the night, count the money with us. You know, we're not looking to keep a nickel of it. We're going to give all of it back to the kids. But the kids, in return, have a ball with the basketball games. And we have a ton of kids that have committed to coming and playing. And I'm going to see if I can't somehow show you some of those kids. Let's see how this works here. I believe this will work if I push that button right there. Yes, indeed. Again, glad to have all of the players. Mr. Colton Neese there from Hyman Elementary has accepted. He's coming to play for us. There's Mr. Jaden Brock. Jaden's coming to play for us. How about I think I can also probably tell you what games these kids are playing in as we scroll through. I wouldn't imagine be able to go over all of them tonight, but we can a bunch of them. And again, Jaden plays out of Robinson, and I'm pretty sure he's in that 7th and 8th grade. Yes, he's a 7th and 8th grader out of Robinson. He's coming to be with us. Glad to have him. How about this young lady? That's Micaiah Sloan. I'm quite sure that is Kelly Thacker's niece. Kelly calls her Ronda Rousey. And she, of course, won the state championship. Yeah, you see over on the right, that's Aunt Kelly giving you a shout out with a Rousey emoji over there. But again, she won the state championship in wrestling, but she's going to take time out from wrestling to come and participate in our Hometown Sports Corner All-Stars. So is Larissa Sloan, her sister that plays ball down at Hyman. She's coming. I'll get back to that flyer just in a moment. How about the big man there, Eli Nichols? I think I'm right when I tell you guys that are race fans that are watching tonight. I believe that is Raymond Nichols' baby boy. But anyhow, he's coming to play. Check out that form right there. Beautiful form by Jace Mullins, the East Prairie Miner, coming to play in our All-Star game. Good to have Paintsville's Allie McKinney. I think this will be Allie's first year of coming. We're glad to have her. We got about 5 kids from Coach Brandon Sloan's Lady Eagles team over in Floyd County. And that's Miss Cadence Ashley coming. Cadence played with us last year. Letcher Middle School is really well represented, guys. I think they have about 5 kids playing. I want to say think. Why do I keep doing that, though? I can come right over here and hit this button and tell you as we go through here. Again, guys, brand new stuff. So I'm kind of experimenting with how we're doing this technology. It's cool to me as all get out to be able to show you pictures while we're doing this show. But yeah, Letcher has 4 7th and 8th graders. And I think about that many more in the 5th and 6th grade. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, yeah. So the boys from Letcher Middle has got a good program and a lot of good players coming. Man, how about this kid here, Jay Stacy from down in Molina? He's coming to play in our Hometown Sports Corner All-Star game. Again, all this taking place this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. More information about it on the sidebar there. Thursday night's boys' night. 3rd and 4th grade All-Star game at 5:30. 5th and 6th grade All-Star game at 6:30. The JV, which will be primarily freshman and sophomore, will be at 6:15, and the varsity at 7:15. Now, with every game, at least 5th and 6th at JV and varsity, we will have a knockout game and a 3-point shootout. Plus, each game will have a game MVP. The 3rd and 4th graders, this is new to us, guys. We're experimenting a little bit with this. We probably will do a game. Of course, we'll do knockout. And then we also will probably do a game we call Hot Shot down at the Hometown Sports Corner Biddy League. We may try that in the 3rd and 4th grade All-Star. Then on Friday night, we'll have the girls in action. 3rd and 4th grade girls, 5th and 6th grade girls, and the JV and varsity. Then on Saturday's 7th and 8th grade night, and that's just because we always have the most athletes from our 7th and 8th graders. Saturday, special announcement. We'll get started at 6:30. If you show up before 5:30, you're going to complain because you had to sit there. Saturday is the Hazard Race Day, which I'm going to talk about a lot in the second hour of this show, or second half of this show. Second half of tonight's show, and the biggest reason I'm on here is to talk about this All-Star game and Hazard Race Day. We'll talk more about it in a moment, but it takes place Saturday. We have to be there, then we have to pack up all of our stuff and get back to Alice Lloyd, open up the doors, and get you signed in before you could go in. So make note of that. A few more players. I'm not going to have time to run down all of them, but there is Mr. Colton Swafford. He plays over at Car Creek. Here we see a gentleman from Emelina, I think one of the top defensive players. I think he is one of the 3 best defensive players in the mountains. And that's Dakota Prater. His teammate, Skylar Ritchie from down Emelina, is coming as well. Dorton Elementary got a lot of new faces from Dorton Elementary. Miley Tackett's coming to play with us. You can add Riley Lucas's name to the list of All-Stars that have committed. Riley may play in our varsity games, or JV games, and then again on Saturday. There's about 5 boys and girls that we're going to offer that to. And so we'll see again. This kid here, oh my, another Riley. This is Riley Easterly. Last year, this guy won every plaque we gave away. He was the knockout champion, the 3-point champion, and was by far the MVP of his game. Had about 25-30. He'll be back to try to duplicate that performance. Glad he's able to come. Parker Smallwood from Robinson Elementary. Good athlete. And glad to have Parker coming to play with us this year. Jim Buchanan's the Colt man. Oh my, if you haven't seen Mr. Hicks, folks, he is going to be a superstar. Obviously, because he's playing in the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star games. And we're glad to have Colton coming. In our freshman and JV game, Lawrence County's Isaiah Hughes coming to play with us. We appreciate the young Bulldog coming over and play. How about this young guy? He's cool as the other side of the pillow. That's Carter Cottle. As Uncle Brent calls him, Boo Boo. But folks, you know more about stealing picnic baskets when you're around him. He's going to be focusing rather on stealing the ball and taking it down and scoring. Shout out to this young lady coming from Owsley County. This Miss Bella Smith. And Bella going to play in our girls' 3rd and 4th grade All-Star game. Owsley County's Kelton Smith. And let me say this. My friend down there in Owsley County, Tyson Gross, and Coach Travis Smith for the girls have bought into what we're doing, and they probably have the farthest to drive, but have already had the most commits. We're glad to have them. Glad to have this cat coming over from East Perry. Again, those miners just hang banners. And we're glad to have Mr. Skylar Hurled in the house. This young lady, I thought, had one of the best seasons of anybody that played here in Knott County, especially the second half of the season for Coach Josh Huff. Lily Martin played really, really well. And everybody remembers this young lady, Paige Stafford, from over in Martin County. Paige had fun last year, took home some of our plaques and won some competitions, and was just a delight to be around. Had a chance to interview her, and she was a good kid, and I'm glad to have Paige coming back. How about this guy here? Oh my, he's a speedster, no doubt about that. A lot quicker than what his dad was, and that's saying something because his daddy was a great dirt track racer. But this Mr. Jackson Banks, Money in the Bank, coming to us from over in Letcher. And there's Parker Cottle. He's that other defensive glove that I told you about. I have nobody that's been able or tried to differ with me when I say that Dakota and Parker are the best defensive players. How about Kiara Mullins from Dorton Elementary? He's going to play in that 6th grade game coming up this week. Miss Erin Meadows. Glad to have her coming to play with us. That's Todd Meadows' baby girl. I don't know if she wants me to tell that. Showing that big ring off that she won a couple weeks ago in that AAU tournament. But she's a nice player. There's my buddy, Gabriel Shepard. Gabe played at Jones Fork. Guys, you remember this kid's name now. He's coming to play in his first All-Star game, but he is going to make big noise over the next few years. Thought this was a neat picture from a kid coming to play from Letcher Middle. That's Connor Collins. Connor Collins is coming, and we're glad to have him. Jaden Hall from Betsy Lane, Kentucky, has confirmed that he's coming to play. Glad to have Keegan Haddix, another one of those Robinson Blue Jays, coming to play. Jones Fork Lady Tigers in the 8th grade game going to be represented by Miss Kaylee Mock. Kaylee is, when I say 8th grade game, it's 7th and 8th. I'm quite sure she's a 7th grader, and she'll be coming to play. Good to have Audrey Schutz coming to play with us from Adams Elementary. That's Clint Schutz' baby girl. Been friends with Clint a long time. When I first started covering dirt track racing, many moons ago, way before Audrey was born. But anyhow, she's coming, and we're glad to have her. How about Sadie Looney from Dorton? 6th grader coming to play with us as well. How about the E-Bird, Ethan Riley, coming? Quite sure his papa will be tuning in if he ain't able to make it. He's one of our biggest fans here at hometown. There's Caden Kaiser out of Letcher Elementary, holding up the big trophy that he won earlier this year. He's coming to get some hardware in this year's hometown Sports Corner All-Star game. So is Noah Sebastian. Noah, of course, played well. If you guys remember in that B-team semifinals, I believe he was our player of the game. Cooper Johnson, another one of the Robinson Elementary players. Perry County is loaded with 7th and 8th grade players. Notice in the background of that picture there, Shannon Hoskins up around the top right corner. There's a reason why he's scouting all this talent, because he knows he's going to get the pleasure of getting to coach all of them. Glad to have another one of these Owls that we talked about. This is Bryson Boland coming to us from Owsley County. I said I wasn't going to name them all, but it's hard not to keep clicking on these kids, especially the ones that we've recently put on there. These are the people that we have made flyers for in the last 24 hours. I still have more to make, by the way, so be patient with me. If you haven't seen your flyer, that's not as important as you making sure that your mom and dad text us and let us know you're coming. Defensively, Topanga Thacker in girls basketball is what Parker Cottle is in boys basketball. She will tell you that she just as soon to be playing defense as anything. And she's quick with the ball, though, and we look forward to having her. This kid, Ava Napier from Emelina, coming to play with us. We're glad to have her. And then we're glad to have Joshua Neese, another one of those Robinson Blue Jays, coming. I got to go back and check. I don't think Ava's name is Napier. I think it's Monroe, but I'll make sure. How about Rowdy coming to town? Oh my. If he could, he probably would wear the jersey 911. But since they won't allow that, he has to wear number 6 from Robinson. But we're so glad to have him. This kid has really already developing into a good basketball player. And we're glad to have him. Another one of those Lady Eagles from Allen. Going to play in the home of the Lady Eagles. And that's Miss Bella Burchett there. This kid, I love his game. I caught about 3 of his games at the Sportsplex this past year. I don't think, have had him on one of the games that we broadcasted live. But that's fixing to change, because obviously he's coming to the All-Star games, and they're going to be on Facebook and YouTube for those that can't come. But this guy, Caden Eldridge, folks, is a superstar in the making. Again, he plays defense, he rebounds, he scores on both sides of the basket. And so does this young lady, Miss Wesleyan Thacker. In my opinion, the sky's the limit for her. Young lady goes to the church where I pastor, so I'm a little biased, but you can watch her in 15 minutes and tell that she's as good as I say when I brag on her. Betsy Lane's Chase Newsom has accepted his invite to come. The Double Deuce coming over to play. Glad to have Robinson Elementary's Tyson McIntyre. Tyson's coming to play, and we're glad to have number 14 from Robinson Elementary. Tyron Mosley. This kid really came on in the second half of the season this past year. We had him about 4 times this year on Hometown Sports Corner, including his last 2 B-team games in which they really played well. He played exceptionally well. I thought he was the best player on the court in the final game for Hyman. You just had to be there to see the way it kind of clicked, and it really was playing good for him. He's one of the kids that didn't want the season to end because he was playing his best basketball at the end of the season. And Mr. Mosley be over. And Zoe Sloan, everybody's heard me brag enough on her to know that I am a fan of this kid's game. Zoe plays defense, she rebounds, and has the potential to be a really good offensive player, but she just interested in her team getting W's. And Miss Zoe Sloan coming to play in our All-Star game. Bristol Isaac. And guys, I ain't talked a whole lot about this team, but now listen to me. South Floyd and Fleming Neon are 2 teams that are coming to play. I think I just heard my girls walk in, so if you hear one of them come in, that's okay. They're used to Dad doing these lives all the time. Kristen Newsom from Betsy Lane coming. We're glad to have her in the house. Aria Ortango coming from Allen Elementary. Another young lady that'll be playing in our All-Star games. Glad to have Dorton Elementary's Zoe Roberts coming to play. Owsley County, another one of their All-Stars. This is Preston Sebastian going to join us. There's another one of the Warriors off of that 5th grade state champion team, guys. Okay? You heard me right. The West Prairie Warriors were the state champions. And Maddox Little's going to be joining us. Love this kid's game. If there's a buzzer beater, look for him to be the one to take the final shot. There's no doubt about that. And that's Hyman's Gage King. Owsley County got another one. That's Asher Yachts coming to play in our game. Thankful to have Asher join us. There's one of those Lady Pirates I told you we would have. Spencer Little from Fleming Neon coming over to play. I think she might have played last year with us. Guys, again, we will do from this point forward, we will do a better job keeping up with how many All-Star games you've played in and so forth. Look at the form right there. Gabe Hoskins, his mama taught him to shoot like that, by the way. Don't let Shannon tell you he had anything to do with it. That's the same shot that Ashley used to shoot back when we were at Knott Central. Fleming Neon, Kendall Bentley. Glad to have Miss Kendall coming. Another one of the Lady Pirates. And heard nothing but good things about her game. How about Leslie County's Reese Cottle? Glad to have her coming. And while we have it on the right corner there, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. ARH Orthopedics, Alice Lloyd College, Dustin's Helping Hands, Dr. Fran Hughes, the Lighthouse Baptist Church, Jamie Hughes for Knott County Clerk, Prater Septic and Excavation, Corey Watson for Knott County Coroner, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home, Hot Rods Pizza, the Knott County Judge Executive, Jeff Dobson. So again, thank you to all of those sponsors. Ryder Woods coming. Glad to have Mr. Woods coming. Another one of those East Prairie Miners. Going to be in the house here. And we're certainly looking forward now to having all of this talent. This will be April the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Alice Lloyd College. This young lady here, Miss Braylee Bates, another player that played well all year. When I talk about how well they end the season, though, that's a compliment. this young lady began to be one of those players that teams were having to scheme. They were having to find some possible way to score when she wouldn't under the basket, and to figure some way to stop her from scoring on the other end of the basket. All that to say this, we're glad to have Miss Bates coming, and she is an exceptionally good basketball player that I know is going to have a good all-star game. It's her second one, by the way. Owsley County's Marshall Turner going to join us, another one of those Owls. Walker Turner coming as well to play in it. So again, guys, got a good group out of Owsley County. This young lady over in Pikeville, Miss Ryder Kahn, going to join us. Ryder is one of the all on-point ballers, and plays, again, as you can see there at Pikeville. Well, guys, you remember what she done last year, set the net on fire over there. And this is her second all-star game, and we're looking forward to having her, certainly. There's Paige Ashley coming, a 6th grader from Allen Elementary. And there is Letcher County's Gunner Stewart, real good athlete there. Shout out to Paintsville's Lucy Hale. Glad to have Lucy coming to play. Cameron Bailey, another Letcher County middle schooler, coming to hoop with us. Shout out to Jones Forks, Jackson Mock. Jackson coming to play for us in our all-star games. Hyman's Bentley Mosley. Good to have him here. Again, Bentley, like his teammate, I felt like had one of the, certainly one of the bigger games of the season for him right at tournament time. Bentley's a whole lot like his cousin. Neither one of those guys wanted the season to end. They would like to have kept right on playing, I think. But good things for them. They'll get to play in the All-Star game. And then they also will get an opportunity here to showcase their talents and get another All-Star game underneath their belt. Now, one final time, guys, for tonight. Notice how I said that? For tonight. I'm probably going to do these lives for a couple more times, so I can get the word out there that we're going to be there April the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. April the 2nd, Thursday, is the guys' night. We will have 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, and the high school games for the guys on Thursday night. On Friday night, it'll be the ladies' night. We'll have 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, and high school for the girls. Then on Saturday, 6:30. Doors do not open till 6. It's 7th and 8th grade night. Why would you only do 2 grades on Saturday? Because, let me answer that for you. 80 boys were invited. I have 40 more that I could reach out to, and they would take their invitations. We're going to wait. Let the boys that we've invited have another day or two to accept their invitations. If I don't hear from you guys, then I am probably going to take some more boys, 7th and 8th graders. And how about the girls? Guys, we have 58 girls that we invited. And girls were unique in that we got about 6 or 8 girls that will probably skip out on the 7th and 8th grade game to play high school on the JV or maybe even the varsity. And then I have 3 or 4 that have said, hey, I'm going to play in all 3 of them. And that's fine too. We'll make that possible just because of the fact that they're in 7th and 8th grade, but yet are good enough to lead their team in scoring on the high school ranks. I'm not going to penalize them for that. And so we'll afford them that opportunity. But one more time, the Hometown Sports Corner All-Star Games taking place Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights coming up this upcoming week. We want you to come and be with us. If you don't have a kid playing, come over anyway. 100% of the concessions goes to the Lighthouse Baptist Youth Group. I'm giving them a big shout out there because it's something that James Sandlin and I, A, we want to help the youth group, but B, we don't need to be worried about concessions. We won't have time to worry about concessions. So we've always given that an opportunity there. But the money then at the door, after the referees, the insurance, t-shirts, and the plaques are paid for, anything over those 3 nights goes towards our scholarship fund. We hope to raise $2,500, $3,000. Can't do that though without you. Again, so you're coming out and you're watching the kids, fun nights of basketball, some of the best, but then you're also helping high school seniors that are going on to vocational school or college get a scholarship. So it's a win-win for everybody that's involved. And we want you to come out and be with us. Now, with that said, guys, it's sporting-wise the most dear thing of the year that I'll cover. Not just because I started it, not because this hometown deal is mine, but because I know the end results is going back to the very kids. And this is cool. For the first year, I would assume that we'll have some kids that might have played in our All-Star game be graduating. Actually, I want to say technically it's it is the first year. And the reason for that, again, is, 5 of these we've been doing. We've been giving the scholarships away for the past 3. So you do the math. I do want to say this. Hunter Combs sent me a message, and I ain't even had a chance to respond back to you, Hunter. Some people are starting to ask, and this is a good question, how do we apply for the scholarships? We will announce that at the All-Star games. Now, again, we give this to kids that are going to vocational school just the same as we do college-bound kids. We believe either is just as equally important. Second thing I want to point out to you, very few of the recipients that get the scholarships are athletes. So it does not mean you have to be an athlete to get one of these. We gave away some. I know of 2 baseball players and a cheerleader that got one recently. But a lot of our kids were not athletic, or not athletes per se, but they were just academically good students. And to get a couple of the scholarships, you got to write a short essay. Different things. We'll talk more about that. But I'm not going to entertain who wants or deserves or applies for the scholarships until after the All-Star game. I have people that have texted me, my kid's coming, sent me a picture that I still haven't responded to. That's not me being rude. That's not me brushing you off. I just simply, as I open up your text, I'm trying to do the flyer then. That seems a little weird probably to you, but those that have been following this thing for so many years will tell you it's allowing us to get more flyers out. More kids are getting recognized. At the end of this thing, by Wednesday, if I've got people texting me, I may have to even just make a post with the names. But that's okay. We will text you back and let you know that we have you down and that we want you to come. And I have talked about this All-Star game for 30 minutes. And I don't think I've mentioned. Here's what it costs the kids to play. We don't charge an admission price, nor do we charge an entry fee. It's not something that we think we're as good as ESPN. And there are other All-Star games that probably do a better job hosting the All-Star games than we do. But in return, we feel like we've got this thing down to where we don't have to charge the kids, and I want to keep it that way. Every kid gets a shirt. We give away the top plaques for the MVP, the 3-point champion, and the knockout champions. And the kids that have won will vouch for me. It's pretty nice. And the kids that have played evidently like it because most of them come back. And we are excited once again about this coming All-Star game. Guys, I will take a quick commercial break. Let me say this too now about Sports Talk, the show that you're watching right here now, or perhaps you watch the replay of it. Our show covers local sports. Now, we may talk a little Wildcats or NASCAR every now and then. Certainly a lot of Alice Lloyd stuff. But it's local. I said that to say this. The sponsors that you're seeing tonight are people that sponsored us throughout the season. Next week's show will be exclusive sponsors of Sports Talk. So if you're a politician running in an election, if you're a local business that wants to get your name out there, message James Allen or myself, and we'll talk to you more about what it would be, what it would entail to sponsor our Game of the Week or our Sports Talk show that airs here once a week. But with that, again, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after this. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
You need open heart surgery. Words no one wants to hear. But when it becomes your reality, you deserve care built on trust. At Hazard ARH, open heart surgery is performed by Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw and his team are with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network.
Whether you're chasing a championship or just trying to make it through a busy week, what you eat matters. At Not Nourish in downtown Hyman, we believe good nutrition should work for everyone. Owned and operated by a lifetime Knott County resident with a bachelor's degree in nutritional sciences, Not Nourish creates meals that fuel without sacrificing flavor. Dine with us on select days or enjoy the convenience of our full-service weekly meal prep. Find us on Facebook or Google at Not Nourish, and let's nourish Appalachia.
And again, how about some pictures here from the last year's race day? Good looking ride right there in the open wheel modifieds. Gospel Light Baptist Church on the side of that one. Again, this was a nice shot of Mr. Feltner, Hunter Feltner's open wheel modified there as well. And again, his baby sister there, smiling for the camera. There's our buddy Marcus Griffith, open wheel modified hot rod. There's the 42 machine. And again, Lucy Feltner's dragster. Guys, you're kind of getting the drift of one of the reasons I wanted to show you these pictures. This is pictures of all different types of cars. Don't have to just be a late model. There's open wheel mods, KDRAs. There's Racing Mason's KDRA, matter of fact, there. 4 cylinders, there's the Bakers. Glad to have them. Then you start to see some of the things that are for sale every year. They always have, you saw in the background there. Let me back up. See all those door panels up top? That is from your favorite dirt track drivers' cars. most of those were autographed, and you come and bid on those and have some nice things to hang in your garage or in your man cave. That bench there was something I wish I had gotten or tried to gotten last year, but I didn't get to bid on it. Steve Stallings hot rod. Steve Stallings and Juice Herschel Caldwell are the masterminds behind the Hazard Race Days that I'm going to talk more about here, or actually am talking about as we speak. There we see Dustin Mosley. Yeah. Again, glad to have Care Cottage. See that? Care Cottage, of course, one of our sponsors. In fact, she's the first sponsor to come on board for Sports Talk this year. We're glad to have her. Certainly so. I'm working on a new commercial for her. But Pam and all the folks at Care Cottage, well represented at Hazard Race Days last year, and I expect them to be again this year. Certainly so. But again, that was last year's Hazard Race Days. Let me see here before I goof up if I can't find you this year's flyer. Again, we want you to make plans to come. It's the 31st annual Hazard Race Day. Now, here's the graphic I was looking for a little bit more. Folks, more and more about it. It's held at Purry Central Saturday. It'll start at noon and it'll go to 4 p.m. Michael Dwayne, one of the top DJs in the country, will be there cranking up the tunes and makes all this go pretty much carefree. Don't know what we'd do without him over there, and I know that Steve and Herschel would echo that certainly for me. But guys, again, with this year's race day, it's in memory of Zane Lewis. Zane, of course, back in June we lost, and our thoughts and prayers are still with his family and his friends. Young man that passed away over in Perry County. And so this year's Hazard Race Day is in memory of him. There'll be dirt track cars, rat rods, carts, drag cars, classic cars, show cars, motorcycles, and a tater mobile. I don't know if the flyer tells you that, but guys, I think we had the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile a couple years ago. Maybe it's last year. But this year, from Idaho, the biggest tater truck in town will be there. You got to be there with us to understand more about what I'm talking about. Always remind you to help us race against hunger. Collect non-perishable food items, food and supplies that will be donated to the Bluegrass Care Navigators. If you don't know, they've already, no doubt, taken several truckloads of stuff already to those folks, and Save a Lot, Herschel and Steve do a great job using this as a time to collect items to take to those folks at Bluegrass Care Navigators. And to the right of the bottom of that flyer, the cookout and the benefit auction. The proceeds from that will go to Axel Combs and Kenny Williams' family. Guys, I want to come back to me, and then we'll go back to the flyers. Sometimes when you see things like this, you wonder about, is it the validity? Is that the right word to use here? You just wonder how much of this money really is going where they say it's going. And what in the world could they expect to do with a one-day car show that evolves around dirt track racing and other local racing? What could they do? Here's what they do. At the end of the night, they had today, a matter of fact, a side-by-side ride. Raise a little money and go on a trail ride. I was going, and our side-by-side died out on me. We got it fixed, but it was this evening. My brother-in-law fixed my side-by-side for me. Shout out to GB. Gary Brent. But anyhow, the trail ride today starts the money. Then Herschel and Steve have been collecting money from local businesses, politicians, people that are going to set up tables. That will go into the collection. The cookout that they'll have there, so if you come, you got to come hungry. Eat good grub. It's always good. I have never not had supper there. You know me, when it comes to a grill, I'll tell you if I don't think it's good, it's always great. Baked goods out of the world. But anyhow, all that money plus an auction. Now, it's not just any auction. If you've never been to an auction, well, first of all, I think auctions are just cool as all get out. I love going to them. I was raised going to them as a kid. And I don't know, it's just sometimes I like to spend more money than my wife wants me to. Then she went to it year before last, and she starts bidding. 100% of the money raised in that auction. Not a portion, not a fee, not a part. 100% of it goes to these families. They will, in return, raise $25, $30, $35, who knows, $1,000 at the end of the night. Stick around. I won't be, because I'm headed to the All-Star games afterwards. But once they finish up the auction and they'll come to the table with all the monies and they'll count it out. 2 stacks. 1 stack goes to the Williams family. That's Kenny Williams' family with medical expenses and so forth. And the other one goes to Axel Combs. If you remember, we've been raising some money throughout the year. During the football season, we showed you how you could donate to young Axel and his remarkable story. That young man been battling cancer. Understand Axel might be getting to play some t-ball this year, though. And I'm happy to hear that, but still yet. Many cancer treatments and things ahead for that little boy. And so you got a chance to help him. And here's the other cool thing, guys. I ain't never been to this auction and not got somewhat of a deal. Now, you're given because you want to help these families. But you can also come and there'll be something for everybody. Now, what's he talking about there? I've heard that before. Something for everybody. No, guys, I ain't just kidding. Check out some of these items here. Let's show you a few of them. How about it? Do you need a new iPad? We've got one for sale. How about a grill? Everybody can use a new Blackstone grill. There'll be one for sale at the auction. Several local groups, Kentucky River Finance, donated, as you see right there. Let's give them a shout out for doing that. You see them in the screen there. Appalachian Animal Hospital has donated $50. Items like this will be in the auction. I bought this item 2 years ago. I don't, to my knowledge, need it this year. Hopefully my wife don't find out about it, because I sure don't want to paint no more right now. But you can get you some paint if you're looking at painting. That's not just paint, that's Sherman-Williams paint. That's as good as you'll find, and they'll tin it. Then there'll be a bunch of gift cards. Local businesses, as you see there, will donate business cards. Shout out to them for doing so. Do you or somebody you know ride dirt bikes? There's quad bosses, wheel spacers, and a Sharp helmet that will be up for auction. A Monster Juice cooler with speakers. That won't go cheap. That will be a costly item. Now, why in the world do you say that? Because I know juice too well. But 100% of the money will go to these 2 families. Check that out. Look at that. That is a load of tools from Tractor Supply. They've donated that. Tractor Supply has donated that. That was probably displays or demos. Nothing wrong with them, brand new. Well, they're going to be up for auction. JT Gun and Pawn. Let's zoom in on that for you folks. JT Gun and Pawn always goes above and beyond with this auction. Well, this year, it's not an item that they're donating, but it's a $250 gift card times 2. $500 in gift cards to JT Gun and Pawn there in Hazard, Kentucky. Cool for them. There's some more helmets. That is awesome. If you're into that riding, got about 5 different helmets that's going to go up for sale. How about this? Super nice Monster Igloo cooler. That's going to be for sale. These doormats are something that is on a lot of people's radar. NOS Energy doormats. They'll be for sale. How about this one? Bud Light guitar. We may see if we can't get Bad Benny Feltner to play that guitar for us. 2 oil changes, courtesy of Tim Short Ford. How about this? Is this not cool as the other side of the pillow? Kern Food Distributors donating a homemade quilt. That's beautiful. You'll see, like I said, guys, there's something for everybody at the Hazard Race Day. NOS steering wheels. That's a $300 steering wheel. I remember last year they sold one of those, actually. Now here's something cool. The American All-Star Series. They're going to have their season opener next Saturday night at 191. Anybody, again, the series is going to give $50 off of your entry fee if your car is at race day. Reckon there'll be any late models there? Why wouldn't you? Bring your car, let your fans see it, promote your car and the sponsors on the side of it, and then go to the race day. You go to the car race that you're going to anyway and get $50 off. Thought this was neat, and I also think this is new. Perry Central Archery going to be part of Save a Lot Race Day. Shout out to them. Wonder what they're going to be doing. It'll be cool. And again, we got several politicians that are donating. This cool sign here painted. Any Perry Central Commodore fans, you got to certainly think about bidding on that for your man cave, right? It's donated by Lonnie Douglas Adams, Perry County PVA, Perry County Central Barn and Quilt. Can be used outdoors. It's a 3x3. Again, painted by local artisan Missy Morse. It's a $165 item, folks. Where can you get that? Again, at the 31st Annual Save a Lot Race Day in Perry County, Kentucky at Perry County Central Parking Lot on April the 4th from 12 to 4. Get out and go to that. All I ask is in return, folks, if you go, don't bid against me. If you see me bidding on an item, cut me. No, I'm kidding. I'm the kidding. I bid against Herschel Caldwell, and Herschel's bid against me. I do try to make sure I sit close enough to my wife to know that me and her ain't bidding against each other. But we enjoy this auction. It's a lot of fun. And again, at the end of the night, every dollar raised, they count it out. Put the money on the table. And oftentimes, I've stood a couple times, not that I didn't trust them, but I wanted to say, I have seen them hand the money over to the families. I typically stayed so I could interview Herschel and Steve about the day and so forth, and we'll try our best to do that again this year. But one thing, of course, I'm leaving at 4 o'clock because I got to get back to Nye County. We opened the doors at Alice Lloyd for our All-Star game at 6. But if I could, we wouldn't have had the All-Star games this week. I'd have just took off. I do want to say, though, Alice Lloyd has given me the facilities to host our All-Star game. No better place in the country for me to get to do it. And this was the one weekend that Coach Cornett, the coach at Alice Lloyd, couldn't be there. He told me, Jamie, I don't have to be there. You've done this for 5 years, but I want him to be there. I want him to be recognized. So that's that. But I want you to come be with me, guys, at Hazard Race Day. It's fun time. I want you to come be with us at the All-Star Games. Fun time. Then I thought I was going to invite you to go watch some racing with me on Sunday. Hidden Hollow Speedway. I talked about them just here for a moment. They're sharing tonight's show. They're going to get that 2006 season underway, but not Sunday. The practice at Hidden Hollow Speedway that's supposed to happen, it's too wet. And guys, I've been with Mr. Breeden since the time he opened the door. And he puts his heart and soul into it. His brother Jared puts his heart and soul into 201 Speedway, and that's why I enjoy helping both of them. But we've learned, don't do things when the ground ain't ready. It's never good. And so, here's what Stephen said. Guys, after reaching the track and checking the new work that had been done, they put new clay down, they've graded, they've watered, they've graded, they've watered, they've worked that in, trying to get that clay worked in. You don't just go out there and dump the dirt down. You have to work it into the track to get it to bond to the new surface. So anywho, the ground is just too soft. The parking areas and the new work zones are not what we want them to be for practice. Therefore, we will not be having practice tomorrow. Stephen furthermore goes on to say, we know that there's a lot going on next weekend, but we will have updates tomorrow on when we think we can open the track up for anyone needing practice. And he also says a tune-up headed out for the racing season. And then he says what we already knew, we want to get the 2006 season started off with a bang. Folks, he, being Stephen, and the folks at Hidden Hollow, you will not believe everything that is already ready for this year for you dirt track fans over at Hidden Hollow. Just a few things though, let's talk about here. And again, yes, I am trying to get my graphics to line up for me, and I'm kind of experimenting and also showing you what's going on here as well. Such as this split screen that I'm getting ready to do here. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, I like it. Hidden Hollow Speedway, 5,000 to win, May the 7th. The Schaefer Spring Nationals are coming to town, guys. Very weird to have a Thursday night race, but I'm going to go on record and tell you that I was one of the guys that told Stephen last year. I said, when you make the schedule this coming year, we're a new track. Let's go to some of these series and say, we'll take a Thursday night race. And not that I scheduled the race, but Stephen said, I agree 100% with you. He has went out, he and Tony Sturgill, and talked to these series, and they're going to take a gamble. It is. On a new track, it's something different. But Hidden Hollow, going to be a dandy night. Then, how about this one? That's the same one. May the 7th, mark it down. Thursday night, you want to be there. I knew there's another graphic. Here we go. How about this one? 3,000 to win, coming up July the 31st, Hidden Hollow Speedway. Again, this is super late models here. It is the Slinging Dirt Super Late Model Series coming to town, Hidden Hollow Speedway, July the 31st. Some top drivers coming to town. Then this coming up in September. Cumberland Plateau Series coming to town. Then you got the Schaefer Nationals, as we said already We've talked about that a little bit. But guys, said all that to say this. A lot of good dirt track racing news to be had and heard and all that good stuff at Hidden Hollow Speedway. Then, guys, as I told you, I'm going to work as much as I can to help my friends over at 201 Speedway. Somebody said, how you determine which track you're going to cover? Well, that's a good question. It is always easier, though, to cover a track that you're at. That doesn't mean I won't be shooting some highlights and interviews at the other places, because I will. Good Lord willing, I will. But 201 Speedway, they've already began to get things ready, and I think soon you will hear more and more and more about 201 Speedway. Looking to practice in April. Then they will open up opening night with the 3rd annual Jamie Sloan Memorial. Guys, of course, those of you who know me know that Jamie was a great friend of mine. And, friendship we had, I'll cherish forever. And but anyhow, Jamie will, the 3rd annual Jamie Sloan Memorial will be held this year at 201 Speedway. Jamie liked that place. It's a hammer place, he'd say with that crooked smile. May the 16th, racing. May the 6th, racing with the Moonshine Runners race. June the 20th, all classes will be racing. July the 4th, Independence Day, it's the Hatfield-McCoy Feudin 30. It's one of our biggest races of the year. You guys had a ton of fun last year at the American Dirt Outlaw Championship Series, the sprint cars. Well, they're coming back August the 1st at 201 Speedway. August the 15th, Saturday, we'll have a race in action at 201. September the 6th, Race to Glory, 201 Speedway Memorial. I think Jared had one of the coolest ideas ever. And I don't want to take away from the fact that we're having memorial races, and like the one that we're having for Jamie. But Jared said, let's have a night in which we remember them all. That's what we done. And it was cool last year. Pastor Brent Smith come over and held prayer. We read off the names and paid tribute to a lot of people. Kind of a memorial type, I don't want to say service, but a memorial day for anybody that had something to do with racing. As we honored them, it was a fun time. Then they'll end things at 201 Speedway October the 10th, Saturday, October the 10th, at the Halloween Thriller. Always fun. I said nobody likes an October race better, I don't think, than Jared Bree. But guys, I got a lot of things to do with our show. I've been wanting to do this. So let me just go ahead and show you what we can do with this new program that we have never, I don't think really, we've tried it, but we've never been able to fully do it. Let me show you just a click of a button how cool it is to show you video. Better make sure the audio is down on it. How about that? Click of a button. You're seeing Hunter Feltner qualified Hidden Hollow Speedway. Now, Hunter's going to say, I wish I was going faster, and James Grixby comes into the picture here. But the reason I wanted to show you guys this is we'll be able to show you highlights from any race we're at on our sports talk show. Now, last year we done a few interviews and brought those back into the picture, but it's pretty good video, folks, that we're able now to bring to our show, and I think it would just make our program 10 times better. This new feature, and the fact that very soon we plan on taking phone calls. That's something we did when we first started this show. Back when I was on TV, before Facebook and YouTube and this stuff was available, I used to host this show on a local cable station. It blew up. It got popular as all get out because we were able to interview drivers and because you fans could call in. Well, you'll get a chance to do that again. Maybe as soon, not next week. Next week we'll be pretty much doing our show around the All-Star game and the race day. The following week we will have interviews that we've done from race day on our show. So make a note of that. But I just wanted to show you guys, is this not cool? I think it will add to the show tremendously. The fact that we can bring you videos. Wrapping up the show, I went over an hour. It don't seem like it, but I have. If you're just tuning in, the first 35 minutes of it was kind of talking about the big Hometown Sports Corner All-Star games coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night this coming week. The second half of the show has been primarily about dirt track racing. How that we're cranking things up, we're getting things ready for the 2026 dirt track season to get started, and the Hazard Race Day next Saturday from noon to 4. Come eat lunch, come stay for the auction, come and just make a donation to those two families. But make sure that you can say, I was part of Hazard Race Day. You'll love it, and you won't. I go on record. If you don't like it, let me know. I ain't had nobody yet that didn't have a ball of fun. Getting to see those cars up close, getting to be part of the auction, getting to, you never know who's going to show up. Cat from the Dukes of Hazzard, Mr. Snyder was there last year. Done a remarkable job with the national anthem. Chris Fugit, my friend and the pastor of Gospel Light Church, led us in prayer last year. We just had a big time over there. I think we're going to this year as well. Come and be with us. Let's have a big fun day at Hazard Race Day. Guys, one more time tonight, let me say two things. Number one, if you have shared the show tonight, I will go live next week and we'll give a free Hometown Sports Corner hat to whoever shared the show. One of you. We'll draw you out of a hat, or we'll put you on one of those wheels. I'm starting to like those pretty well. And we'll give one of you a free hat just for sharing the show. I also will give $50 to somebody that shared tonight's show. So all you got to do is reach over and hit the share button. And between now and the next time we do this show, that'll put you entered into a $50 bill. A chance to win $50. Courtesy of Hometown Sports Corner. Second thing, again, guys, we have done what we do because of you, the fans. 22,000 followers. 90% of them local. If you have a local business, if you're in an election, we can do game of the week, 1 week at a time, or we can do the entire month. We can do this show here the entire month. You can sponsor 3 different ways. And we would love, love, love to have you sponsoring our show. I already have my good friends at Care Cottage have come on board. I'm working on a couple others. I think I'll have them soon. But we always have room for you, and the more sponsors we get, the more we can do and give back. But I know, and I don't just think, I know what we've got here. And if you'll come and give us a chance, we'll put together a package for you as well. But for those of you that just simply watch us, we couldn't and wouldn't do it without you. Thank you for doing so. You be good sports fans. Go to church tomorrow. You have got plenty of time. Go to bed, get some sleep, and go to church tomorrow. If you don't have anywhere to go to church, my buddy James and I always invite you to our churches. James goes to Montgomery Baptist Church every Sunday at 11. They'd love to have you. You can take a ride on Highway 550, go 4 miles, and you'll be at Montgomery Baptist Church. They have it every Sunday. Pastor Brent Smith does a great job, and they'll make you feel welcome there every Sunday at 11. Or you can come to our church at Lighthouse Baptist Church, where I pastor, every Sunday at 2 o'clock. Take a left on Highway 550 coming from Highway 80 into Hyman. If you'll take a left on 550, go 4 miles, it'll bring you to Lighthouse Baptist Church, where I pastor. I've got a great group of people there. We'd love to have you and your family come. Got, I think, the best youth group you'll find. We do Sunday school, and the kids are real active and involved in our church. And we'd love for you to come and be with us some Sunday. Said all that to invite you to church. It is Holy Week. This coming week is what we recognize as Holy Week. Next Sunday, of course, will be Easter. This week at the Methodist Church here in Hyman, the Methodist Church straight across from Dairy Queen in Hyman, Kentucky, at noon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All of the local churches get together and we fix lunch, and we have a speaker. The Lighthouse Baptist will actually help feed on Wednesday, but there'll be good food every day there, free, and a speaker to speak every day at noon at the Methodist Church. If you're in Hyman, Kentucky, make one or all of those services. But it's special time. We want to say again, enjoy the Easter, and make sure you tell your family and think about yourself why this holiday is what it is. You be good sports fans, though. I'll see you around the corner on Hometown Sports Corner. Good night. Care Cottage is happy once again to be sponsoring tonight's sporting event. They're also pleased to announce they will launch their second Race to Prevent Child Abuse campaign beginning with this racing season. Tune in each week as we bring you our Driver of the Week, sponsored by carecottage.org. I'm glad it turned around for me.
What do you get when you check out at Save-A-Lot? Well, you'll love the quality of our fresh produce, and our meat is cut fresh in-store every day. We're proud to offer you a delicious assortment of our exclusive brands, and you'll be saving up to 40% every day. Savings made easy. At Save-A-Lot.
Whether you're tired from a hard day's work and don't want to cook, or you just don't have time, perhaps you're on your way to the ball game or coming from practice. Call Hot Rods Pizza and let us take the work out of supper or lunch for your bunch. Made with fresh ingredients and tons of cheese, our pizza is the best around. In Hyman, Kentucky on Highway 160. Call 785-0055 Hot Rods Pizza. You're gonna love it for the crust.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal